Okay, I wanted to show you just real quick how to sew or quilt into the fabric a design that you might have on the computer, or you have just a drawing or something that you want to actually sew onto fabric, but you don't have a stencil, you don't have anything. This is a good way to do it. So basically you just take something that you have on your computer or drawing, like I said, and print it out on just regular printer paper, and then we're going to take you step by step showing you how to do that. So on this quilt, I wanted to put these acorns in these corner blocks here between the large borders that I have. And this is actually a stencil that I had, but my marking pen wouldn't show up dark enough on this dark fabric. So instead I just traced it onto paper and then cut it out and then put it where I want on the fabric, and then with just the sewing machine I'm just going to go around the edge of it, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, one more thing I wanted to add real quick about stencils is that obviously they cannot have the line connecting all the way around, otherwise the center leaf would just fall out. So when you actually trace it onto paper, I will go through and actually connect these lines so that when you're sewing, a lot of the time you cannot tell exactly where you're going, or you'll lose track, and especially like in this tight area where there's a bunch of places, you might end up on the wrong line. So I'll just go through and connect these lines, so now it's a lot clearer when I get in there which path it is that I'm supposed to follow. So basically I'll just start in one corner, and I've pulled the bobbin thread up, and it's really important to cut this off, otherwise that's going to end up in your project. So get rid of that, and then just go ahead and very carefully trace around the edge. And I don't worry about the inside. I'll go back and do that later. I'll just start on the outside of it, start with this leaf, and then continue on around, and then back up this other leaf. The only thing you want to really be careful of is when you go back in to do something, say like this, that you don't end up with a bunch of parallel lines that go up and down and up and down. Because what they're going to do is trap this paper into your project, and then you're going to have to pick it out, and you never get 100% of it out, so you end up with this little bit of white kind of film around your thread. So go ahead and just start and trace around the edge. Where the paper is actually starting to tear already just from the needle going through it so much. So this is going to be really easy to take off. The next thing I'm going to do is just go through here and fill in as much as I can on the interior in one continuous motion. So I have finished sewing it. You can see where I've had to jump from like one line across to the other, and that's fine. I just will start at one point and go back and forth a couple of times, and then forward and then back and forth, and then move over where I need to. Again, with this technique it's better to do that than to have to be drilling paper down into your project. So anyways, this is kind of what it looks like. It's a really simple, easy way to do it, and it allows you to incorporate any design that you can print from your computer into your quilting work. So next I will remove the paper from the exterior of the project, and you can see it comes off really easy because you've sewn through it. It just lifts right off. And take the exterior out, and then I'll actually remove the threads. So I'll go in with my little scissors, and just so I can keep track of it, it's easier for me to see this color thread on the white paper rather than on the fabric. So I will go in and remove all of these extras now. So as you're removing the paper, you'll see that you will end up with little bits of paper right in the work. Okay, and just take sharp end of either a needle or a scissors like that and just kind of scrape it out. It comes out pretty easily. Alright, then I'm just going to flip it over on the back because obviously there's going to be a lot of threads that need to be trimmed up there. So I hope that this inspires you to try something new and to know that if you can print it off of your computer, you can sew it into fabric. Just remember that your designs should be fairly open, not a lot of lines that are close to one another, so try and allow as much space as you can, and then if you can also incorporate a continuous line from beginning to end, it would be even better. Alright, happy quilting. I think I need a little joy.